My name is Channing, and I love twisted tea. It's really one of the only alcoholic beverages that I thoroughly enjoy to drink, so to see me pulling up to a function with a 12-pack of Twisteds was and still is quite normal. However, sometimes with the good old teas, I'd get a little too out of hand. This is the story of the drunkest I have ever been. The year is 2019, the weather is beautiful, and to make things even better, I had recently graduated high school. I was 18 years old, working at a grocery store as a cashier and pushing carts in the parking lot. I didn't really have many ambitions at the time since I had just spent the past 12 years of my life anticipating never ever going back to school again. But since it was summer and I had little to no responsibilities, I took it upon myself to turn up. In my eyes, that means a heavy forecast of parties, drinking, smoking, and genuinely being a dumb kid. Back then, my brother, who we will call Banana, and my two friends, who we will call Zucchini and Apple, had a group chat for when we wanted to make plans and hang out. Usually, when any of our parents went away, we'd assemble some sort of idea to do something that we couldn't do while they were home, like throwing a party or setting the countertop on fire. Sorry, Dad. This actually happened a lot growing up and ranges in severity as time goes on, but we can only focus on one story at a time. To my surprise, as I was at work that day, I felt my phone buzz. Zucchini had texted the group chat, "Parents are out of town. My house tonight?" There was no way we could turn that down. Zucchini's house was a frequent spot that we hung out at. Not only was his family super friendly and welcoming when they were home, but this dude's house was loaded. I remember the first time I asked Zucchini for a snack when I was over at his house, and he showed me the cupboard. When I'm telling you guys, this bitch was a walk-in pantry with just everything you could imagine. It was exactly that. Combos, fruit roll-ups, gushers, chips of all kinds, and that's just what I could think of the top of my head. It was almost like being in the gas station and having the ability to pick from a variety of snacks, but in the comfort of his own home. So there was no way we were turning down a night at Zucchini's house, especially since his parents were gone. Normally at Zucchini's house, we'd all hang out, roll up a blunt or two, and just chill. Maybe watch some YouTube, play some Rocket League, and laugh our asses off at people busting their ass on ridiculousness. To this day, I cannot get over this bitch's laugh. Oh my god. However, on decently rare occasions, we would turn it up a notch, meaning instead of weed, we'd decide to drink alcohol. Because of the fact that we were all stoners, it was always fun to change things up and enjoy some liquor or a few beers from time to time. So later that night at Zucchini's house, we planned to do just that. The plans were in the group chat. The boys were getting together. It was official. It's around 10 p.m. and I'm just about to finish with work, or Cartnark Simulator. I made sure while I was working to have my friend purchase some alcohol during my shift and drop it off in my car, relieving me of an errand before I show up to Zucchini's house, which was always a task and a half due to me being underage at the time. Once we were all out of work and managed to get alcohol, we all headed over to Zucchini's house. I pulled up, parked on the street, and told my brother Banana to grab the Twisteds out the trunk. Then, we headed inside and got the party started. It didn't take long for the drinks to start flowing. As we're all enjoying our first drinks, Apple had the idea to play a drinking game, which wasn't unlike Apple at all. Usually you'd see this dude running the beer pong table or destroying people in flip cup at parties. Without any hesitation, the group agreed upon a game called Ride the Bus. I won't explain the game in depth in this video, however, if you've played it, you know the premise of this game, like a lot of drinking games, is to get you drunk quick. Basically, if you lose, you have to drink 1 second for every card on the table. If you do the math, there's 52 cards in a deck, and if you're unlucky, you have to chug your drink for 52 seconds. Shit. Even 10 seconds was bad sometimes. It all depends on what you're drinking, of course. Well, I don't know if the Lord himself was condemning me for my sins. However, this game of Ride the Bus was just not going my way. Within only 15 minutes, I had easily screwed up my answer many times, which means two things. One, I'm drinking a lot, and two, I'm drinking quick. And yeah, those two things don't go hand in hand, especially if you're built like a pencil stick like I was. I remember vividly finishing about 6 twisted teas in 15 minutes or so. That still to this day is a personal record of mine, and I plan on never beating that shit. Why, you may ask? Well, you're about to find out. One moment, I was completely fine. I was singing along to the music that was playing, enjoying the company of my brother and 2 friends, but my eyesight slowly started to become blurry, and I had trouble keeping in touch with my senses. My balance felt off, and I was struggling to form sentences without bursting out into a fit of laughter or screwing up my words to the point where My speech wasn't even making any sense. It's about at this point when I realized how fucked up I was. So what did I do? I decided to make a trip to the bathroom. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but whenever I'm drunk, the moment I step foot into a bathroom, the brutal reality kicks in as to how fucked up I really am. I remember making my way over to the bathroom, stumbling over myself, and then closing the door. I started to realize that how much I had to drink may not even be able to stay down in my system. In other words, I had to throw up. Or pull the trigger, as we used to say, meaning you stick your fingers in the back of your throat, making yourself throw up all the alcohol that's sitting in your stomach. Before I even had the chance to even think about doing any of that, my stomach started doing backflips like that one dude at Krispy Kreme.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
I'm talking, my stomach was a 10 on the Richter scale. Problem is, within the matter of seconds, I didn't know if I needed to shit or throw up, or God, I hope not both. So naturally, I decided to open up the toilet seat and sit my skinny ass right on the toilet. I'm glad I did, cause my asshole was making noises and spewing liquid at rates of speed that I didn't even know was humanly possible. After what probably sounded like the filming of a horror movie in the bathroom, I thought I was finishing up, but the pain came back. But this time, I really felt like I needed to throw up. But what do? My ass is not wiped, and I just took the nastiest shit known to mankind in that toilet. But without a second to think about my next move, I start projectile vomiting, the losing streak of Ride the Bus Twisted Teas, all over the place in the bathroom. So with quick thinking, I decided to flush the toilet to try and get the remaining throw up in the toilet. However, this was the wrong choice. At this point, all hell broke loose. Not only was I vomiting in the toilet, but I was just shitting all over myself as well at the same time. As embarrassing as this was, my body had clocked out, and shortly after that fiasco, that's when I had fallen asleep in the bathroom, sleeping in the mess I had just made in Zucchini's bathroom. This is also when I had lost all further memory of that night, but luckily my friends and brother were there. It didn't take long for my friends or my brother to realize that I was gone for a while, so they checked up on me. Apparently, according to all of them, the bathroom looked and smelled like a crime scene. To this day, I don't even understand how those boys had the heart to clean that shit up. And not only that, but the fact that they even did that in the first place. Like, I really had my friends go full-blown custodian mode because I couldn't even hold my own alcohol. Sorry, guys. Anywho, I ended up regretting my decision of ever drinking in the first place because that next day, boy, was I sick. I remember being tapped out from life for a good 48 hours. I couldn't do anything. Anyways, I learned something very vital from this story, and that is to be responsible when it comes to consuming alcohol. For real, guys. I've seen it change lives, ruin lives, and I'm sure you may even know someone that struggles with alcohol. So at the end of the day, it's fun to bring light to some of my teenage stories, but please make good decisions. Once again, my name is Channing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.